How's it going, guys? Welcome back into the shop. Hey, today my buddy was generous enough to lend me this Esab Sentinel A50 welding hood. So we're gonna do an unsponsored review and we're gonna see, can it measure up to my Lincoln 3350? Let's find out. So the first thing that people wanna know is how much is this gonna cost me? Because if it's too expensive and it's over your budget, then who really cares how cool it is, because you're never gonna buy it anyway. So I looked around on Amazon and I could find multiple places where you could buy this hood for 300 bucks, which honestly is really not that bad and pretty much in the ballpark with the higher level hoods. So what does 300 bucks get you? Let's check it out. That $300 is going to get you this helmet bag, which is pretty standard anymore. Most helmets come with these now. Obviously, the hood. Some clear inner lenses, also most hoods come with these, and the little welder man hat there, which I don't really use these, but if you like it, that's cool. And also they give you a bunch of these outer clear lenses, which on this hood, these are probably going to be a little bit more expensive than what you're going to be spending on clear lenses for a standard hood. Another cool thing about these outer lenses is they give you the tinted yellow, and they also give you a couple clear. So just depending on your personal preference or what you're doing, you got options. But let's face it, you're not spending the money for the accessories, you're spending the money for the hood. So let's check it out. One thing I noticed that I immediately am a little bit unsure about is that viewing area is quite a bit smaller than the 3350 that I'm used to. While we're welding, this may not be a big issue, but it's definitely something that stood out right away. Another thing is you got this grind button on the outside. Now that's pretty cool because you can hit the grind button while you still have your gloves on, and you can switch between the modes like that without having to take the hood off. Probably what stands out the most about the A50 is the space trooper kind of look that it's got, which I don't know if this is gonna have any effect when we're wearing it or when we're using it, but it's definitely unique and it's definitely something that's gonna stand out. So the first thing I noticed when I looked behind the screen of this thing is, where's all the knobs? I'm used to having a bunch of knobs to adjust everything, and that's when I realized this has a freaking touch screen back here to adjust the different parameters. So if we press display, there's all your stuff there. That's pretty cool. A couple other things I noticed in here is the shade, like the 3350, goes from 5 to 13. And the optical clarity rating on this is 1-1-1-2. So that's not as high as it can get, but it's pretty darn good. The 3350 over here has got 1-1-1-1, which is the highest rating they can get. So we'll see if this is something that we can notice while we're welding. I'm looking at this headgear here, and it's got a lot of adjustment in there, so I can't imagine this being uncomfortable for anybody really. And I also, you guys know this, I love these large knobs in the back. They're easy to turn when you have welding gloves on. And if you're like me and you have a big head and somebody borrows your hood, you're always adjusting that thing. So this has got three other straps here. We've got one there, 2, and 3. So there's a lot of adjustment here. That's pretty nice. One other thing that I really like about this hood is that when you go into the display screen and put it in grind mode, once it accepts that it's in grind mode, this little light here will start blinking. So what that does is, while you're wearing the hood, you'll see that light blinking out of the corner of your eye, and you won't forget that you're in grind mode and accidentally flash yourself. Pretty cool. All right, well, that should take care of all the functions and features of the hood. There's really only one thing left to do, and that's to put this thing on and try it out, because all the fancy bells and whistles don't mean nothing if it doesn't weld nice. Okay, so before I get started, I want to set this up for my preferences, because I'm a wuss and I like to weld with a darker shade because my eyes are sensitive. So all we do is press display, and then see delay is highlighted, so that's what we'd be adjusting when we want to adjust shade. And then I just arrow up to 12, and now I'm ready to go. Well guys, I've got some time on this hood now, and I think I've made my decision out of which one do I like better, the Lincoln 3350 or the Esab Sentinel A50. These are both really awesome hoods. I actually like both of them a lot, but there is one that stands out just a little bit in front of the other. For my money, I'm sticking with my Lincoln. There's a couple reasons why. Mostly because of the size of the viewing area, but also because the optical clarity on this is a little bit better, and while you're using it, it shows. There's definitely a few things I like better about this helmet. For one, the shape of the shell, while I know I kind of made fun of it and called it like a stormtrooper, but actually while you're wearing it, it kind of conforms to your face a little bit better, and it just feels, I don't know, it just feels better like that. I definitely like the features like the touch screen and the grind button and the blinking light that lets you know you're in grind mode. In fact, when it comes to the features, the Esab takes it hands down. In fact, I'd go as far as to say, if I could take the features and the shell from this helmet and use the lens in this helmet, I'd have pretty much a perfect welding hood. I don't know why anyone can't do that. Now look, in no way am I saying that the Esab's a bad hood, not at all. This thing is really awesome, and if you decide to get it, you'll be really happy with it. Like I said, the features are second to none on this. But the lower price and the better lens quality and the bigger viewing area of the Lincoln is what set it apart for me. So, like I said, you can't go wrong either way, but I picked the Lincoln. Hey, thanks for hanging with me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you next time on Farmer Tyler Ranch. Or wait, should we call it Farmer Tyler Shop when we're in the shop? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. See you guys.